So I'm watching JLR, and I don't know if I'm gonna read on Miss Nancy today because I read on her last night and I took a picture. And you guys, thank you for always believing me when I tell you that I really shuffled and got this spread, because I don't ever want to make up a spread. I'm learning, and for me to try to skew it by making up a spread would be ridiculous, you know? So I spread this last night in bed, and I did a Celtic Cross, and I asked the cards and I asked the Holy Ghost, is Miss Nancy still okay? It seems like I'm the only one getting that she's okay, unless I'm reading these cards wrong, right? So JLR that I'm watching on the phone, he has a lot of people calling in, giving their theories. Let's play it for a second.
All right. Hold on.
I guess he's getting ready to call somebody. Anyways, you get it. People are calling in and he puts them on speaker, and then they give their theories. And now these people got some weird theories. I thought my theories were weird, but oh Lord. So let's get back to this Celtic Cross, and I'm just going to drop the picture, and I'm not going to go pull the cards again. So the signifying card, I got the Two of Pentacles, which is about balancing and multitasking. So is that the kidnappers? Are they trying to balance taking care of Miss Nancy while not going to work? Because if she's unalive, they're going to work. Think about it. If you kidnap Joe, Jose, can you come here so I can bounce my theories off of you? Please, babe, just real quick. If you kidnap somebody, right, and the person is unalive. No, it's not hot. It's nice. It's nice. You want this chair? Okay. If you kidnap somebody and the person is unalive, right? Do you think you'd be going to work still? You'd be going to work, right? So that you don't alert suspicion, right?
Right.
Because you can see Joe. All right. So, but if you kidnap somebody and they're alive, you can't go to work, right? Yes or no?
What do you mean you can't go to work?
You can't go to work, like your job.
You could go to work. Just lock them up in a basement or something.
But Arizona don't have no basement. You think Arizona have basement? Maybe like California, right? LA. Some parts of LA have some basement.
I guess the whole structure.
But it's not like basement like you would get in Ohio, where it's finished like a living room, stuff like that. It's just like dingy. Mm-hmm. All right. So then the challenge is the Seven of Wands, which is perseverance, defense, and standing strong. So who's standing strong, you think, Joe, in this Celtic Cross for the challenge? You think Miss Nancy has a challenge of still trying to stay strong?
Oh yeah, she gonna get out of there.
Okay, first of all, do you think she's still alive?
Yes and no.
Okay, how much percentage of yes out of 1 to 100%? Give me a percentage. 70?
40.
You only think it's 40% chance that she's alive? Oh my God. Okay, I think there's a 90% chance that she's alive. Joseph 40, I say 90. All right, so the next card is the foundation of the read, and it was the Ten of Pentacles, and that has to do about money, wealth, inheritance, stability, but Pentacles also has to do with health. So, but that's a good card. The Ten of Pentacles is a good card. Then in the past, though, was the Ten of Cups, which is about happy families. So they were a happy family in the past, Miss Nancy and her kids and the son-in-law and everybody. So, you know, I hope it's not the daughter and the son-in-law. Honestly, although my suspicion is still on them, I would say a good 55% I'm still on them, right? I don't want it to be them. I want to be wrong on that, because it's going to destroy that whole family, right, Joel?
Yeah.
To lose the mom and then to have to lose your sister, and oh God, I hope it's not them. So then the overarching energy is the Strength card. We've gotten that quite a few times in Miss Nancy Guthrie's reads, right? So that's the whole feel of the read. It's strength. Who has to have strength, right, Joel? Immediate future is the Four of Pentacles. That's about frugality. It's also about hoarding and holding on to what you have. So I don't know if that was Miss Nancy kind of holding on to what she had, because people are going on and on about her house, and they're like, oh my God, the house is worth, you know, $1 million the house is worth. And they're saying the property tax for the year was $15,000. That's not how it works. The property tax is based on the price you paid on the house.
That's right.
Originally, or like if you refinance the house, you might get the property tax to go up because then they value the house again. So she not paying no 13,000. I would say she's paying between 1,500 and 5,000 a year for the taxes, right? So then internally, I don't know who feels this internally, if it's Miss Nancy or us or the kidnappers, but it's the King of Cups, diplomatic, compassionate and empathetic. Who is that, Joe? Who do you think is the King of Cups in this scenario? You think it's one of the kidnappers?
Could be.
Maybe they're like really worried now, like, man, why did I do this? Especially like if they're young kidnappers and was hired by somebody to do it. I don't believe the Mexico storyline. I don't believe she's across the border. I don't think cartel had anything to do with this. I don't even believe the Epstein storyline. They said that Savannah interviewed some of the survivors and that her husband was like a cleaner for the Clintons or whatever. I don't even believe that theory, okay? I believe this is definitely something motivated by greed and the people wanting money from Miss Nancy, and she can't give the money anymore. So they did this thing. And honestly, the best theory would be that she became unalive that night or shortly after that night, and that's why they can't show proof of life, and that's why they couldn't follow through with the ransom demands. That makes the best sense theoretically, but because I'm pulling these cards and I don't get any definitive unalivement card in the whole thing, I'm still saying she's alive. And I could be wrong, but it's okay, because I'm just going to be wrong with 11 of us.
That's a good way to go about it.
Right? So, I mean, if you know how to read tarot and you see that I'm misunderstanding any of these cards, please comment below, all right? So then externally is what people see going on is the Wheel of Fortune. Fate, good fortune, a turning point. Are we going to have a turning point this week? People that do astrology say Tuesday for a turning point. Today is Monday, March 2nd.
It's about time. Look how long it's going on.
Today is what, day 30 since Miss Nancy went away? Day 30, yeah? So then hopes and fears is the devil. The devil is about addiction and temptation, all right? So whoever did this might be addicted. If they're not addicted to drugs, they're addicted to gambling or something like that. They needed money. That's why everybody keeps saying it's the son-in-law. And they said he's a 6th grade teacher. Then somebody said he's a substitute teacher. Substitute teachers make good money too, but they don't get medical coverage. That much I know, in California. Then the outcome is the King of Swords. Oh, look at this beautiful King of Swords. Can you guys see this guy? I don't know who this guy is. If you don't see it clearly, I'll pull that card. You see this guy for the King of Swords? The handsome mug right there. So the King of Swords is authority, discipline, truthful, and reliable. That's the outcome. But look what they don't see coming. They don't see coming is the 8 of Swords. Self-imposed restriction. Now Jada, my daughter Jada is like, Miss Nancy was in on it. I don't think she was. I don't think she was. She was in on it. And she's like, yeah, kidnap me. We'll get some money out of Savannah. No, I think if she's in on it, it's because it's somebody that she loves. May not even be her daughter and son-in-law. Could be like a grandniece, a grandnephew, a distant cousin, somebody she knows, or somebody that she was helping out at the church. You know, some young person like, hey, you know, I could help you turn your life around. And then this person did this to her, right? It could be that. It could be that. And Miss Nancy's now trying to debate with them and, you know, figure it out with them. Like, hey, you got to return me, but we got to figure how we can get you less time. Or no time. Well, they're not going to serve no time, but maybe she could get them less time, right? So,
You believe that?
what?
What is it?
That she could get them less time? Probably. If she says they didn't beat me, they treated me well, they made a mistake. Instead of like 50 years, they might get 20. It's not like they're going to get 2 years, right? So, I'm going to pull 5 cards to ask, does Miss Nancy know her kidnappers? I still think she's alive, so we're not going to ask that. And if I'm wrong on that one, I won't care. Because at least it's giving me hope. It's giving me hope, right? So I see it, like I told you, this one psychic girl. And she is bitterly angry because nobody wants to listen to her. People like in the live streaming niche. She's like, I reach out to them and they don't want to answer me back. They never answer. We're alone. She's by a pond. She's near water. I hate when Psychic and Card Reader says she's near water. I'm near water. Look at this pot of water right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm near water right here. I'll show you when I get up. Huh?
Well, maybe near a river by the sea or something.
What river and what sea they in Arizona? Doesn't that sound like I got an oceanfront property in Arizona?
A lake. They got lake down there.
Man-made lake, no?
Even that.
Okay. What was I asking again? Does she know the people? I think we asked this before and it said yes. Let's split the deck. We're going to pull 5 cards. And I got to rush because Joe want to go mow the lawn before it gets hotter. And I'm messing it up for him. I'm sorry, baby.
You see this eye?
Let me see them eyes. Let me see them eyes. They're not cuter than them lips, though. Joe's lips are always soft because he always put on the...
You want to kiss him or something?
You got to pay me.
What?
You got to pay me.
I too old to pay. I knew that.
I beat him to it, guys, because he was going to say, pay me. Joe, wasn't that what you were going to say? You want to kiss them lips? Pay me? I beat him to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, only have 4, yeah? No, 5. There's 5. The first one is the 8 of Pentacles. Skill building, dedication, and hard work. Them people working hard. The 10 of Cups is about happy families. Are they going to be... Do you remember we got a celebration the other day? The 6 of Wands is going to be success, public recognition, achievement. Come on. Come through, Miss Nancy. Come through. You know your people, huh? Wealth, inheritance, and stability. The 10 of Pentacles came up again and the 3 of Cups celebration again. But the question was, does she know the people who have her? That was the question. The Tower, collapse, upheaval, chaos, and sudden change. There's going to be a sudden change in this case.
So you think you know?
It could be a bad... Evie, is that you? Evie's laying under the camera. It could be a bad chaos, meaning that they'll find her unalive, right? It could be a good chaos because the case is going to break open wide. I don't believe that the FBI has given up on this case. I think they're working it hard. And I think that they have their eyes on everybody that they have detained and released. That's catch and release. I think they're tapping their phones. They're doing a lot that we don't know. Come on. It's not just stupid people at the FBI anymore.
They're not that stupid.
So based on these cards that I pulled, Joe, do you think Miss Nancy knows her kidnappers? That's the question that I asked.
Yeah.
You think so? Intuitively? So success, public recognition, and achievement. This person achieved something. It could be it was somebody she was trying to help through the church. You know, like older people in the church, they'll hook up with a younger people. Remember we had Meryl? Remember Meryl from the St. Luke's Church, right? And she loved me and Joe. She was an older lady and she would do anything for us. You know, we didn't take no money from her. There was only one time that I took money from Meryl, and it's because there was a baby at the church that was newly born. It was from a Jamaican family. We had Jamaican people there, Belizean people. What was Samoan, and what else? African, right? African, and then the rest were all American people, right? Small church, and we were a big family back then, 30 years ago. And the Jamaican girl had a baby, and the baby needed blood. The baby ended up passing away, but the baby needed blood, and the blood had to be CMV negative. That means the person donating the blood never got the cytomegalovirus. And they tested everybody in the baby family. The mom, the dad, the brother. The brother was young though. I don't know if they would allow them to give blood. The grandma name, auntie name, cousin name, everybody got tested. And every one of them had the CMV, the cytomegalovirus. And so they couldn't donate to the baby. So my blood type is O negative, so I can give to everybody. And I was also CMV negative. And so that it was like $100, I think, to get tested. Anybody outside of the family would have to pay to get tested. And we had a young family. Our kids were young and just moved from LA, just bought our little condo. And Meryl came, and because they came to Joe and they came to both of us, and they said, do you guys want to get tested? And I said, we don't have the money to get tested, but I would get tested. And Joe says, test her. Joe volunteered me, test her, because she is always on the low side of everything, right? The rare side of everything. And if somebody between the both of us is gonna be CMV negative, it'll be her. And they tested me. Meryl gave us the money. They tested me, and I was negative, and we were racing down to LA to go give that baby blood, but then he passed away.
Why did they have you have to pay for get tested?
Because we weren't in the family. You know, hospitals are about money. You know, but that's the only money that we ever took from Meryl. But Meryl really loved me and Joe, and always questioned us and looked, you know, in on the kids. And she lived at the church. She lived in the church. What? There's a property.
Away, huh?
She was older than God back then. She had to pass away. If I was 20,
okay, I gotta go.
if I was 25, well, I'm done right now. If I was 25, Meryl had to be
75.
Did you think it was 75? I think it was 60. It was 60. All right, we pull one card last. What's the question you want me to follow up with? Because we already did a Celtic Cross. We did a 5 card. This is for the gush.
But if she alive,
Tell me what you want me to ask.
is she coming home this week?
Is she coming home this week? One card. One card. And then the one underneath. Tell me the one card. King of Wands, passion, bold, adventure. Yeah, the wands tell you the time frame, and the knight. I mean, not the king. The knight. Let me show you, baby. The Knight of Wands is about fast movement. Something's gonna happen this week, guys. I hope that she's coming home. This tower came again for the underside, and I shuffled. And this tower came again. This tower is about, people are afraid of the tower, but Julie trained me not to be afraid of the tower. I get excited when I see the tower because it's about a sudden change. Now, it could also mean that they're gonna find her body this week, but this could mean they're gonna find her alive. Okay, don't let the tower scare you, right? I think there's only one card in here that I really, really hate, and it's this 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I hate this card with a passion. All right, guys. That's it for the Miss Nancy read today. Joe gotta go because it's getting hot. He gotta go mow his lawn. I'm gonna go edit this video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. It's March the 2nd.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta for now.